All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another scene from the living world of darkness, street magic. So, in this scene, Taylor and the newly awakened Tessa have very hastily departed one of the bars in Manhattan because that shit got cray. So, Taylor, knowing the way back better, weirdly, to her own chantry than to the one that has been so kindly hosting her, has gotten them an Uber, probably, and gotten as close to the place as possible. And probably in what seems an awful lot like a big stretch of nothing, has had the Uber drop them off, reassured Tessa that this is totally right, don't worry, and started walking. And as they've been walking off towards, well, it just looks like a big abandoned property. They'll be walking down this kind of dirt road, headed towards the warehouse. Oh, thank you. I like the other one better.
Yay.
Neener. But either way, she will putter along this dirt road, and if I remember right, they will eventually be stopped by at least two very official-looking people in their fancy little suits, and for all I know, they're fancy little priest collars. I don't know how the hell Father Gideon's guys look, but I do know they look like damn near Secret Servicey. So they will probably be stopped very briefly, and Taylor will explain that no, this chick's totally with me. I'm just coming home. Don't mind me, guys. Bye. And after they've probably given Tessa a good, solid look over, super solid, we'll let them continue to, well, yeah, I'll assume we're in the admin building. So
Yay.
Taylor will lead Tessa up to this gigantic building in Vinny's picture there, because way to go, Vinny. And while it is in fact a big fancy building, it is a big fancy and potentially kind of abandoned looking building, at least from the outside. This is a very, very old structure. But that doesn't seem to stop Taylor from trotting right up those front stairs and, I don't know, probably popping up a key, unlocking the door. And once she's got the door open, dramatically sweeping an arm towards the interior. Oh, welcome to what did Maggie call it? Salt and Steel Chantry?
It is House of Salt and Steel.
That one. Thank you.
And Tessa will see about a 10-foot tall woman who's very, very thick staring down at her.
Remind me what her name is, Vinny?
Dewey Danu.
Hmm?
Dewey Danu.
That is too hard.
Danu for short.
That is much better. So yeah, considering that they are immediately approached by this gigantic fucking woman, all I want to do is see you turn into. No, sorry. She will adjust her swept arm upward. Go, this is Danu. She keeps us safe. I totally forgot that we were almost as freaky as Amahara. Sorry, Danu.
Right.
Not sure what you mean by freaky.
Vaguely disconcerting to normal people? You're kind of tall. And the war paint. And the kind of Aztec-y looking stuff you got going on. I mean, it looks good. But, it's definitely different.
Small people are strange.
We are. It's a problem. I have to live with being strange every day.
She pats the air on her shoulder comfortingly.
Oh, you can
Maybe
let
more
her...
so for herself.
You can let her do her thing. She doesn't need to be all super secret double ninja here.
And you see her dragon appear, like clung onto her back almost like a backpack.
Does she have a name?
She looks towards it and makes those hissing reptilian sort of sounds.
Please tell me you're actually speaking dragon.
It makes some hissing reptilian sounds back at her.
Oh my god, you're definitely speaking dragon.
Maritalia? Or
Can I?
Tali for short?
That is perfect. I like short. Well, I don't know if Tali can understand, but she's gorgeous.
There's a kind of approving smile and nod, sort of, on the face of the dragon. Just kind of awkward because, well, there's a lot of teeth. But it doesn't look to be a menacing sort of teethy look.
She doesn't seem especially disconcerted. Sorry, what'd she say?
Lizard is small.
They get bigger. Lots bigger. She's just a little one.
When I am no longer biggest thing in Chantry, you call Danu. For now, Danu go watch TV and dead.
That is an awesome idea. Go enjoy some of that there Netflix.
Danu will make her way off into the dead.
So yeah. This is a chantry, which is kind of like, I don't know, a home for groups of mages. And Danu there is a guardian, which are, well, they always seem to be weird. Like, they don't ever just seem to be people. They definitely seem to be like old myths and legends and stuff that people call to protect their chantries. And kind of like Amahara, we have this crazy magic thing going on where once you leave, since you aren't a member, you won't be able to find it. So be careful about like walkies. Like stay right next to the building if you go outside.
Looks big enough that I can do plenty of walking inside.
Yes. And I want to say Maggie was talking about a garden. Maybe working on a garden? I don't remember. This place got kind of built really fast. And by built, I mean refurbished really fast. I'm still kind of getting lost in the halls myself.
Right. Okay. Right.
But yeah, anywhere you aren't supposed to go, you probably won't be able to get into. So the den's that away. Though Danu's probably going to hog the remote.
Right. Okay.
Kitchen's over there. The closest bathroom's over there. And, well, there's like 8 million rooms in this place. Like you saw, it's kind of ridiculously huge.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Lots of rooms, big place. How many people do you have, like
actual mages?
I guess so. I don't know if you have other things other than, like, the giant lady.
We have 3 of them.
Okay.
And
right, 3.
There's only, 5 mages here? And yeah, but Father Gideon's family is here. And they're all... Ugh. If they look priesty, they're Father Gideon's people.
Father Gideon?
Father Gideon is a man that can say faith more times in one sentence that I've ever heard in my life. It's ridiculous.
So he's like super religious.
Yeah, but he's not an ass, which is surprising.
He's part
really.
of the celestial chorus.
Well,
and there's a woman up on the stairs who's sitting on a ladder painting one of the walls, or doing a mural on one of the walls.
Okay, but I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna go with
Mage.
He's horrifically religious, but he's totally not an asshole, which is strange but good.
Maggie will come down off the ladder. She's changed quite a bit since Tessa saw her last. She is now in sweatpants and a beaten-up old shirt, barefoot, and her hands are covered in paint. As she makes her way down, looks at Taylor, looks at Tessa. We've gone over the whole tradition thing with you.
I mean, some people talk to me about it, but I can't remember. There's too many groups.
Ugh. It's only 9.
Yeah, but then there's a bunch of not traditionals, and it's a lot of shit.
There is the disparates.
That. So there's 2 types of mages. There's traditions, and then there's disparates. And apparently the disparates run around screaming, "You're not my real dad," or something. I don't know. Meanwhile, Taylor is like slowly migrating towards the kitchen because there's energy drinks in there. So many energy drinks, and she needs about 80 of them. By which I mean she pulls out a gigantic can of Monster, and with the door open, still will kind of take a glance back. Want anything?
Could use some to soak up some of this alcohol. That was...
Ooh, nachos?
That sounds great.
Yes!
Not gonna lie, that sounds really good right now.
Enjoying the fruits of our full-service kitchen, I see.
Yes. We need to charm the kitchen like they do at Amahara, so there's always, always, always energy drinks, always.
Or we could not, and, just buy things like regular people.
Well, yeah, if you just got money to burn, I guess. She pulls out a gigantic jar of salsa.
I just sold my house. I have plenty of fluid funds.
Look, I've never even been able to hold down an apartment. She goes digging in the pantry for a big bag of tortilla chips.
So, what happened at this bar? I only ask because it seems like every time we go to a bar, something happens. Like,
let's see. There's this chick with these green cat eyes. It was like staring like intently at me. And she followed me up to the bar, and it was everything I could do to keep Tally from tripping her as she walked away. And Taylor kept giving me a dirty look every time that I was trying to keep Tally in line.
I wasn't dirty. It was vaguely panicked.
It was a "don't do that, you're going to get us in trouble" look.
Yeah, it was. Sorry. I kind of...
So, green, cat eyes, dark hair, milky skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's one of the fairy people.
Yeah, she kind of had rainbows around her. So did a couple of the other people there.
Rainbows?
And then there were the people who were like sparkling. And then there was that freaky woman that was like all black and there was something crawling in it. And that's when I said, let's jet.
Yeah, that was really bad. There was someone who came in who had like no eyes or something. People started screaming, and then we decided it was time to go. Those guys at that table, though, with the girl with the green eyes, like, I got kind of freaked out because they asked me to come sit with them, and Ken told me about how if people are like way out of your league, but they're really nice to you, they're probably vampires. And they were way out of my league and really nice, but they seemed okay. They didn't like try to put the moves on me or gnaw on my neck or something. So,
do vampires usually have sparkles all around them?
I don't know.
Not under sight, anyway. They don't. If it was sparkly, they were probably
actually
people.
Yeah, it was kind of like really bright and vibrant. It was.
That sounds about like Garrett, so probably.
I didn't hear any of their names.
Well, I'm almost sure that it wasn't Garrett there. Because he hates the bars. Last time he was at a bar was to come pick me up. After the
There
whole...
was that. I swear he was underage. This kid with dreadlocks. And there's a really big guy. He was actually kind of funny. And then there was... I don't know. The rest of them were... There was one really, really pretty chick who was talking about just going back and going into the kitchen like it was no big deal, which was weird. And I mean, they were total nerds, which was okay. Got to argue about Hogwarts houses, but yeah, when shit went crazy, a couple of them looked kind of excited. Meanwhile, she's like taking chips and pulling stuff out of the fridge and putting things on top of them, putting them on a bake tray.
So, here's a question for you, Tessa.
Yes?
Do you know about the rule of shade?
Is that about a rule about, like, when you talk shit to people?
It's not
About
what it
people?
should be.
It's all you seem to do is talk shit. It's fantastic.
No. That's just a policy. Policy of shade is different from the rule of shade. The rule of shade is kind of important because if you break it, you can get into a lot of trouble.
Right, I knew that. Totally.
The rule of shade is basically don't expose mage secrets to outsiders.
Cuckoo. I can do that, yeah, totally. And she just kind of looks over at the dragon who's trying to look all innocent on her shoulder.
Just remember, basically, not only are you outing all of the rest of us, which could be a severe problem, but yourself, it would be bad. That's why, generally speaking, we don't talk to our familiars in public too much, or at least try to abstain from it. It's also why, as much shit as Abraham talks and as loudmouth as he can be, he's almost always as quiet as a church mouse when we're out in public, hiding in my bag.
Yes. I figured maybe we could work on that. Maybe you could explain to her how dangerous it is for her to like play around when we're in places where people can figure it out.
All right. For the most part, most of the other supernaturals can sense when we do magic, and we can sense when they do things. It's just something that seems to be inborn. They seem to react when we do something, and we definitely react when they do something. Sometimes you can upset the wrong thing or get the wrong thing hanging on your trail. And she sort of leans across the table and gets kind of this stone face look as she looks at Alana. And it can get bad. Really bad, really quick.
Alana's not within 5,000 miles of here.
That
Right.
person.
Tessa, I am sorry. Hey, look, it's 11:53. That's why.
Oh, you.
Oh, me. She'll lean towards Tessa and get a very stone-faced look. consequences for you can have consequences in the people you care about. You have family, friends.
She straightens up a little bit. Not really.
Because I got... The things that you care about can and will be taken. I lost most of my family in one night because of vampires. Several of my sisters are still missing because of that. And all because I had to see something up close and personal.
All right, okay.
I mean, I only moved to a chantry because they said that since, the Agent Smith type folks had found out about me, got a hold of my phone, they might try coming after my folks. So,
That's the other thing. Technocracy. Agent Smith, gray faces, the suits, G-men, whatever you want to call them. They are people kind of like us. But we don't fit the consensus of reality. Adhere to their standards. And because of that, they hunt us down and either capture to convert or reprogram, however you want to call it, or they just flat out kill us. And they will use every dirty tactic in the book to try and get to you if they deem you a threat.
Right. So that's pretty shitty.
And aside from those immediate threats, there's also the Marauders and the Nefandi.
I haven't seen all those, but I can at least say the technocracy guys are pretty bad.
They captured and killed a lot of people I knew. Before this chantry, I was involved with a chantry that's part of my tradition. And they raided it and captured masters and apprentices alike. I was lucky that I got out of there.
Sounds like you got some serious baggage, girl.
Everyone who's a mage gets baggage sooner or later.
Guess I'm lucky for packing light then.
Yeah. Lucky. Not to be like a big downer on what I'm sure has been a rather enlightening day. It's just, you need to know these things because things can get bad. And if you're not aware of what's out there, problems can just creep up on you before you're ready to deal with them, and that's never good.
And I mean, I'm still learning what I can do. And I'm pretty sure if I hadn't known, I don't know, the guys that set me off, I mean, the one guy seemed really nice at first. He offered me a job. And it sounded pretty good. And then shit just kind of went sideways. I got freaked out. And then he was on fire. So that's a thing. Fire buddies?
Fire buddies.
She kind of grins a little. But yeah. It seems like, I don't know, some of it's kind of cool. I went to the Amahara Chantry and I met David, and he is a giant gargoyle, and he's amazing. And I mean, some of it just kind of makes you look up and be like, I knew it. You know, kind of like when you were a kid and you just go, I knew unicorns were real. And then there's stuff like them. So she kind of shrugs. Pops the pan into the oven. I think it's super cool, though, that you saw a dragon. I saw an owl.
Yeah, this dragon was huge.
And then you got another one to hang out with you, which is awesome. And you speak dragon! Scott will flip his shit.
Speaking of which, I think we need to get Scott a late Christmas present. A restraining order.
Oh, yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Let me guess, he's for the stalker girl?
She really likes him, and he's really nice to her. But I had to borrow her cell phone, and I'm not saying that it looked like a picture that someone had taken from the bushes was her background, but that's pretty much how it was.
So she's like a serious stalker.
She's thirsty. Okay? Like, there's no other word for it. She's thirsty. And she has set her eyes on Scott, and he's really polite about it, but holy crap.
Can you make her like a blow-up doll double of him or something?
I don't know if that'd make it any better or worse.
She could focus on the doll and leave him alone.
I don't know. Or she'd fixate harder.
It's funny, the more you try and channel her away from Scott, the more manic she gets in her pursuit.
Yep.
What does she like about him? Just that he's pretty or something? Or like what?
I have no idea. He's a real pain in the ass, but she loves him for some reason.
Well, if you get him to show all the signs of things that she doesn't like in a guy, might deter. Sometimes beating their ass helps too.
Mage 101. Never give a mage a reason to hold a grudge.
Yeah. And I mean,
Shit talking's fine.
Astrid's actually really nice. She's just really fixated. She doesn't, like, you know, do anything besides long after him really hard. Like, it doesn't seem to upset him.
If he's cool with it, then, you know, that's on him then.
Yeah, I think he's a little crazy for being cool with it, but he seems to be fine, so I just tell her that maybe stopping would be good, or trying to come after him like a normal girl would, maybe. Buy him a book for Christmas? I don't know. He likes books.
Not gonna lie, usually when I see this sort of thing, it's the other way around though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, and where you work and everything, I bet. It's a good thing you do, though.
Yeah, until you get arrested. They start trying to press charges. So people start saying, oh no, it was self-defense. She was defending herself. She was defending these other people. Then they have to drop the charges.
Yep.
And you just piss off the gangbangers that were trying to get you out of the way because you're now not in jail where they can just have somebody shank you.
Well, you know, that's why you have the bracelet.
Instead, they have 6 thugs who come and stab screwdrivers in your thigh, try and cut the webbing in your hands open.
That is rude.
And you say that I have baggage.
I didn't say anything. I am an innocent little something that's innocent. I don't know. Puppy. Those are innocent, right? I got nothing.
Usually. I give you puppy, maybe kitten. Both of them are kind of adorable.
I'll take it.
So I kind of have a thing for reptiles right now.
Oh yeah, I can see why. I would have a thing for reptiles too if I had a baby dragon.
You know, when I was little, I always dreamed about having like a pet dragon.
You're like living every Pern fandom's dream.
You read those books?
Of course I read those books.
Nobody's heard of those books anymore.
Oh my god, yes. I have them digitally because that's a lot of books. But yes, I love those books. You didn't even have to impress. It was just like, hey, I'm here and I'm already yours.
And she scratches the dragon's chin.
Awesome. Maggie, when are we going to go catch Pokemon? I want a cool pet. Everyone else has a cool pet.
I just found mine. Maybe you'll find yours.
Oh.
Well, actually, he kind of found me. I was just kind of walking around, and all of a sudden I heard, hey, bitch, look over here.
Maybe you just need to pay more attention.
Is he drunk? She's kind of like glancing around the kitchen. Like as if scared he's just going to like pop up on a counter or something. Like, where is he? No, I mean, Abraham's cool. He's got a lot of personality. I like him. But still.
Like, by the way, you're keeping your door locked at night, right?
Well, yeah. Can't have him get in the fuzzy. He'd probably think he was Snackies.
Yeah, he'll eat your spider.
Yeah, and I mean, Fuzzy's only got so many years left in him, but let's let him have those twilight years. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Hamster ball is not going to work out, but he's happy. And she kind of glances over to Tessa. I have a tarantula. Just so you're kind of caught up.
After a talking badger and a dragon, that really seems pretty trivial right now.
Oh yeah, and I mean, he's not a big deal. He's pretty sweet, and I put him in his hamster ball, and he putters around looking for... Oh, that just happened.
Putters around looking for...
Oh, sorry, looking for ladies. And he's not going to find any, but it doesn't keep him from looking. Seems pretty happy, so... But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why I see... Or I should say why I saw an owl. As opposed to... I don't know, whatever else. I mean, Alaric's got freaking Fenrir. That's ridiculous. And you've got a dragon. And I've got an owl.
Hey, Harry Potter had an owl.
Well, yeah. But it was messenger
Harry
owl.
Potter never finished school.
Huh?
I said Harry Potter never finished school.
Did he not?
Probably not.
Yes, he did. They did it afterwards.
He
Did
probably
it
went
ever
back
say
for
he
his
graduated
WED.
school?
That is a terrible joke, and I love it.
Oh, Taylor. And she'll pull something out of the pockets in her sweatpants. It's a rolled up design. Set it down.
And she'll first pull the nachos out because the cheese has melted. Yes. And kind of stick it on the top of the stove and finally lean over and peer. Oh, really? This is practically cosplay.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's actually cosplay.
can you do it or not?
Hell yeah. There's probably already patterns out there for me to use.
I need it as tough as you can make it. I can provide mental and physical support.
Did you manage the giant spiders yet?
That is extremely time consuming, and I'm working on it.
Sticks her tongue out. I can do it. Tough will be a little harder, maybe. Because that's pretty much got to be spandex. But I will find a way.
Good. In the meantime, I will continue working on making colonized, loyal, giant, golden retriever-sized spiders.
Yes! That'll be so cool.
And suddenly I'm in arachnophobia.
That'll be nice.
Well, see, here's the thing. What I'm going to do is hopefully make them partial to my specific scent.
So they'll just like you and everybody else to be dinner.
Maggie sneezes for some reason or another.
She's allergic to this bullshit.
They'll be obedient. That's the idea. Which I might actually have to make them at least semi-sentient for that, but
That's even better.
yeah.
Have you learned to speak spider yet?
Oh my god, I wish I could speak spider. That would be so cool. I could talk to Fuzzy.
I know someone who probably could. But he's busy helping us with the zombie problem.
Zombie problem?
It's a long story.
I mean,
Don't worry.
they're not. She's not exactly a zombie. She's sort of a zombie. So
Right.
it's kind of weird, and we kind of haven't really figured it out yet. But there are definitely people popping out of the ground. The important thing to know is don't actually shoot it in the head because they're kind of nice. They just don't seem to speak English. Like what? The one we have, she's Irish, right?
Old school Irish, yes.
Super old Irish.
Damn, too bad there's nobody who speaks that language here in town.
Scott can.
Scott can. Scott can speak Badger.
Scott seems to be able to speak anything, really.
It's pretty impressive.
It seems like, I don't know, because I saw him do it to Abraham. When he hears a language, he can pick it up.
All right, then. Maybe he could teach you to speak spider, then.
Maybe. I don't know how much Fuzzy talks, really. I mean, he does little spider things, but...
I don't even know if spiders are capable of speech, to be honest.
I mean, they don't talk, really, but... Like, think
They
of
don't even
peacock
look
spiders. I guess it would be, like, all body language.
Well, a lot of spiders use, like, webs and stuff, so they probably have, like, some tactile sense to sense vibrations that they may use to talk.
Oh, they totally feel vibrations. That's why when they're, they do their tappy tap.
That might be talking.
Vinny, remind me, is it the males or females that do the tappy tap tapping when they're looking for love?
Both.
Perfect.
The males initiate, the females reciprocate or respond.
Yes. Perfect. Oh my god, I gotta make Scott come over and talk to Fuzzy. She leans over like all conspirator-like to Tessa. That's part of the looking for love. He like does a thundering thing with his little feet on the glass.
Maybe you should get him a partner.
It's a nice thought, but the mortality rate's kind of high.
And she'd have a lot of babies to replace him with.
Well, that's if he succeeds before she murders him.
You'd still have another spider? Assuming she survived?
Well,
You
yeah.
know, she's not wrong.
Well, yeah, but that's like saying, oh, your dog's kind of old and, would love to have a companion, except the companion might eat him. And you've had this dog for years, and maybe you're not okay with someone eating him.
Well, just...
Because then you'd have to keep the murderer. Huh?
So play chaperone, Make sure there's no head ripping or anything.
I would probably have to find someone who kept more tarantulas than me to help with that. I mean, Fuzzy's great, but he's the extent of my vast experience.
So you sure it's cool that I stay here tonight?
Yeah. I mean, I told the guys as we were coming up that you were here, and you were cool. And, I mean, how much trouble can you get into? Danu's the only one of 3. Like I said, I'm pretty sure...
If she does go out of line, Danu's the only one she'll hear coming. Never mind.
But yeah, I mean, Escher's around, so pretty sure you won't be able to get anywhere you're not supposed to. So, I mean, I guess if... God,
Open the danger room.
Yeah.
The what room?
X-Men? Danger room? Training area, sorta. Except instead of being all science-y, it's like magic-y.
Right.
For some
Totally.
traditions, they're one and the same.
That's true.
You said there's 9 traditions?
Yep.
And those disparates?
Oh
There's
yeah,
a lot
do
of
that talk again.
disparates.
Pulls up a stool.
Lots of disparates. So many that I won't really go into them. The ones that reside here are, well, the only one that is Ken. He's a hollow one. How can I put this? So, 9 mystic traditions of the mage world, let's say. We have here in the Chantry, we have 3 tradition mages. Myself, Father Gideon, and Escher. Escher is a virtual adept. Virtual adepts are pretty much what they sound like, cyberpunk. They see the world through eyes of technology, mathematics, things like that, and they are really good at controlling machines and data and all of that good stuff. Father Gideon is a member of the Celestial Chorus. They are from all walks of faith, but the biggest thing that they believe in is that gods truly exist and that their power comes from the divine. I am part of the Chakravanti or the Euthanatos, depending on who you ask, who are all about the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. There's the Kashik Brotherhood, which are a group of, for lack of a better term, warrior monks. They're only one in the city that I know of, and that's Noah. I don't know if you've met him yet. There's the Cult of Ecstasy, which is all about sensation. They experience their magic through any kind of sensation, any kind of enlightenment through anything from adrenaline junkies to mind-altering experiences with mushrooms and LSD, all the way down to tantric sex. You have the dream speakers, which are mostly spirit talkers. The Sons of Ether, which are a lot like Taylor here, though she's not officially one of them yet. I sort of think mad scientists caught up in the technological, anything from modern tech to steampunk. You have the Verbena. Isis is Verbena. They're basically like druids, witches. Think a lot of old paganistic type rituals, blood, sacrifice, fountain of youth, things like that. And then there's the Order of Hermes, which all you need to know is they're a bunch of stuck-up assholes that basically are the epitome of all the bad things of Hogwarts, almost.
Wait, isn't that what Scott is?
I said what I said, and yes, Scott is a member of the Order of Hermes.
He's not an asshole.
You don't know him as well as I do.
How big an asshole could Scott possibly be? He's a dork.
You'd be surprised.
He's leading on a stalker.
Can you really lead on a stalker?
If he's not trying to deter it, yeah. If he's been told about it, yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to be nice.
The only thing you need to worry about is, do you want to be part of a tradition at some point or not? Be part of a disparate alliance or not? Or do you want to stay as you are, age known as an orphan? Which is what you technically are, Taylor.
Oh. Well, it just makes it sound sad.
You are an orphan. You don't have any affiliation with any alliance or tradition.
Well, yeah, but why do they gotta call it that? That's just depressing. I'm not depressing.
Because in a magic sense, you have no origins? No forebears?
Fire.
Yep, Team Fire. Offers a fist bump.
Fist bump.
Yes.
They should totally have a Pokemon Team Fire.
No, seriously, they're actually Pokemon, but you have to have, like, special goggles to see them. But I'm not sure how we catch them without Pokeballs. I'm planning to run up and grab them with my hands and hope they don't kill me. Because it's a fucking Pokemon!
Can you make Pokeballs?
I don't know. I don't know how.
Ball.
Oh my god, I bet Escher and I could do it.
Just saying, you'd end up with your own Pokemon.
Turns a glance to Maggie to see, like, what kind of expression she's getting.
Maggie's currently in the fridge getting herself some tea. Iced tea.
Maggie!
What?
Maggie, you think Escher and I can make Pokeballs?
I believe you guys can do whatever you put your minds to.
I'm gonna make Pokeballs. Maggie, when are we gonna go hunt Pokemon?
Soon. Probably after we deal with this whole, vampire problem.
Vampire problem?
That seems like a kind of big problem.
Well, I'm not really inclined to focus my efforts in too many other places at the moment until I can get my sisters out of their hands.
Fair. Yeah, so there's vampires everywhere, I guess. Maggie actually knows what's going on, and I really don't.
Vampires. Alright. Well, then let's go kill vampires?
It's not that easy. She says as she finishes making her tea and starts to walk towards the edge of the room.
Why not? You have all day to fucking deal with them.
It's never that simple. If it were that simple, my sisters wouldn't be being tortured at the moment.
That's a good point. Why isn't it that simple? You'd think that with the whole can't go out during the day thing.
Because they have their hands in everything. And they have daylight protectors. They have their fingers in the government. The mayor is a servant of a vampire.
Oh.
So you're saying we have to go around killing off all the people they have, protecting them during the day, and then we can get to them? Or do we just have to, like, disable them, distract them? Y'all put way too much thought into this. You have fucking magic. You can deal with them pretty quick. Especially if they don't see it coming from the sounds of it.
Magic is not that quick and not that fast when it comes down to it. It takes time, preparation.
Okay, how much time and
And you have
preparation
to
do you need?
remember a lot. And there's not just the limitations of what we can and can't do as far as paradox, that force that fights to keep the consensus as it is, that will smack you in the face if you try to do something too outlandish. You'll also have to worry about getting the attention of anyone. You might be able to go into a situation all Billy Badass, guns blazing, but if you do something big enough and bad enough, even the technocracy is the least of your concerns. Your own traditions will come looking for you.
You said I'm an orphan. I don't have a tradition.
Doesn't matter. You go around spreading mage secrets or going out and pointing out huge magical events, pausing them. Any mage worth their salt will come after you, make you stop, whether it's by telling you to stop or direct means.
So we're not allowed to get rid of major threats
Not half-cocked,
because
not unfortunately. Not to mention, there's also sort of a homeostasis that needs to be maintained in this city.
I remember that word from biology, like back in high school.
Think of it like this. You have to be mindful and judicious in how you go about things. If you go into this more than to blow up the entirety of Staten Island, where I know they're keeping my sisters.
Didn't say blow up anywhere.
Problem is that they just have a way with people. They have a way to get their fingers in everywhere, and they're tough customers. And the old ones, the really old ones, are truly terrifying.
All right.
I've seen two of them face down three very angry werewolves. Now, a werewolf, when it's angry and ready to fight, is either a giant prehistoric-looking wolf or a 9-foot-tall wolf man that will literally tear through like they were tissue paper. Two of these really old fuckers nearly wiped them out. That's one of the problems with them. Not to mention, they can also very covertly get you to consume their blood, make you their servants. There's a lot that goes into it.
So we tiptoe around while people get tortured because we're afraid of not doing something or getting caught doing something.
That's
If we know the
oversimple.
kind of stuff we're going in against, obviously you have some idea of what these things can do. I mean, why not just go in there and during the day? So they have people in there during the day. They're not going to be vampires. I mean, not going to lie, this sounds like a lot of foot dragging to me.
Maggie's gonna set her cup down and just get up and start to walk away. And she just leaves all that behind and walks up back to her room.
Okay.
On that note, Vinny is going to retire from the scene.
Go to bed, Vinny.
I'll catch y'all later.
Later.
So that went downhill.
So it would seem.
I mean, I know there's a lot of stuff we can fight, and I know if we prep hard enough, we can do more, but the vampires seem like kind of serious stuff.
I'm just not one for just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. If there's something that needs to be done, people are in trouble, you should be doing something about it, not just going, oh, hemming and hawing about it and shit.
Oh, it's not. Oh, you should talk to Ken. It's not hemming and hawing. It's getting ready. I did a big ritual for the first time, making armor for a lot of people. Well, first I made the armor, and then we did a ritual to magic the armor to make it even hardier, but it's a lot of prep work, and it's making sure we have everyone together, because, well, we're not magical corpses that can do crazy shit. I mean, we can do our own crazy shit, but I don't know. I figure if the rest of them, especially when, like, I've seen Noah jump up and, like, leap over a crowd of people to take someone down with a crazy-ass, like, kung fu kick. We've lit things on fire with our minds. We can do all this stuff, and they're still scared of them. I figure there's probably something worth being scared of.
I can understand being scared, if you're not prepared for it, but it sounds like they've been preparing for a long ass time.
Maggie only lost her family a little bit ago. It's still pretty fresh.
How long was a little bit ago? A month? 3 months? 6 months?
Not
A
that
year?
long. Like, it's been a couple weeks, maybe. It hasn't been long. And you gotta understand that till now, everyone kind of did their own thing for the most part. So getting everyone to work together was kind of hard. Until things got really serious. It's kind of like herding cats. There has to be something important enough that all cats actually give a shit.
Right. Well, I'm more than happy to help if and when
I
you
mean,
all go to do that.
if you're as fighty as you say you are, probably. I mean, I made fist weapons for Alaric.
I've been doing Muay Thai for 10 plus years now.
I'm gonna need it.
I know I can take a stab wound just fine. Been shanked I don't know how many times by fucking gangbangers.
You say that, but getting stabbed is bad. Getting shot is worse.
Yeah, it hurts.
I mean, Ken's here, so I'll see if tomorrow he can come out and talk to you about what all we're doing. Catch you up, kinda. I mean, you seem pretty willing to do it, but have you figured out what all you can do yet?
At the bar I did this. I figured out that I can like see things about people.
I've never been able to see things about people. I can see magic. And I can see, like, I can find certain types of things in my workshop if I try hard enough. And I know I can make fire, but...
And I've kind of picked up a little trick from Little Miss Prankster over here.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Well, let's see if I can do this. And...
Ooh, wait. Come over here.
Okay.
And she'll take... Actually, I guess technically it's not there yet because her workshop's not there. That makes me sad. We'll say it's partially moved. I don't know. We'll say functionally the sanctum is in the new chantry. So she'll take her over to a broader area, like probably back out to where the factory actually was, like a big work floor.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some things there. Some of it's in boxes, some of it's set up. And she'll bring her there and say, use the stuff here if you need to, but I think this helps.
Okay.
And I don't remember, but I can look up the Mage doc. No, that is the character creation doc. That is not what I want. Maybe it's this one? Nope. I was going to figure out what the Mage... Ooh, reference charts. That's probably what I want. Okay. Where is it under Sanctum? Shit. It probably is under Sanctum. God damn it! Gonna make me open the frickin' Mage book. Outrageous. Oh god, where's the search feature? If you find this before me, let me know.
Not even sure what I'm looking for.
Is a background called Sanctum. Aha, Sanctum. That isn't right. Alright, it's going to reduce your difficulty by at least 1. That much I know.
So she reaches up behind her, grabs the air and pulls it around her, and she just fades from sight.
Well, it's a good thing I gave you that and you rolled a 10 anyways. Gosh darn it. Oh. Okay. That happened. Kind of glances around. You gotta teach me to do that.
She almost like zips it back open.
Well, shit. I want to do that. That's cool. That is a good way to not die. I like it.
It is.
I like not dying.
Be good for getting in places too. Let's see, what else have I figured out? I can make my gloves almost like burn. Oh, what else? Yeah, and that's most of what I've figured out so far.
That's pretty freaking cool. Not gonna lie.
So yeah, is there like a room I'm gonna get to stay in, or
Oh, yeah. And she'll,
do I just crash on a couch somewhere?
no, we've got space. Trust me. And she'll lead her back inside, through the kitchen, up the stairs, and there are probably a number of rooms. And she will probably walk along until she finds, pardon, a particular hallway, and just kind of opens the first door she comes to. And it is, in fact, a fully furnished, actually a nice bedroom. And the flavor kind of depends on who decorated or who picked this particular hallway to decorate, but all in all, regardless of whatever theme there may be, it is definitely a comfortable bed, good blankets, side table, probably just the generic things you might want. And she'll pop the door open and let her kind of mill around in there for a second, and then lead her down the hall and pop open another door. Be like, bathroom's here. Know your way back to the kitchen. And yeah, feel free to, I don't know, watch TV, hang out. We've got really secure Wi-Fi, like super secure Wi-Fi.
All right. I was actually thinking about getting a shower and just crashing. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Let me know if you need clothes or anything.
Oh, yeah, shit. I'm gonna have to go get some clothes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I can spare you some of mine until you get a chance to go out if you need.
All right, that'll probably work.
Because, believe it or not, I do have pants that aren't coveralls. And she'll trot along over down God knows what hallways until we have this layout figured out. But she'll eventually come to her own room and pop it open, and it's kind of nerd central in there. There's like a Hogwarts banner. There's posters for all sorts of different things, all the way back to like My Neighbor Totoro. Like it is just a chaotic mesh of everything from like current like Overwatch to Tolkien, just everything. It's madness. And she'll pop open the closet and root around for a while and finally find like just a normal pair of jeans and we will say she'll pull that out and then pull out a t-shirt that says "Don't hate the role player, hate the role-playing game."
She will take them from you.
Yeah, sorry, almost everything I have is kind of dorky, but I like it.
I don't mind. Besides, there's nothing wrong with dorky.
She does that, just that little chipper grin. I didn't think so. All right. So let me make sure you don't get lost on the way back. It's kind of ridiculous. And after walking her most of the way around, or at least making sure she knows the way.
She seems to be pretty certain of which way, as long as the hallways don't change.
Thankfully, they don't. So yeah, she'll like pop her head out, make sure she knows where she's going, and give her a little wave. See you in the morning.
Good night.
Later.
And with that, Tessa will head back to her room and go to bed for the night. Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. Good night.